Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing my time. Doing my time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann.
All right. Hey. Welcome to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow in the house with you guys. We got a jam-packed show like we do each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Lots and lots to get to. What a wonderful, wonderful football weekend it was. College football, NFL football, lots and lots to talk to. We'll get to it all. Don't forget we got Nicholas Turturro, otherwise known as Nicholas Spiver, joining us today here on Sports World Radio in the first hour. We'll bring him in just a minute. SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to the show. You can also hang out in our chat room over at Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com. If you don't have an account, get yourself one. It's free to get an account. Sign up now and type in Sports World Radio. Our show will come up at the bottom of the screen. Just press the play button. And the next button to the right of the word Sports World Radio on the bottom is the bubble. Click the bubble and you'll be chatting away in the show. 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. I got a damn fly in this studio as big as a horse, and it's really freaking annoying. He will die during the show. Facebook.com/Sports World Radio. That's Facebook.com/Sports World Radio. You come near me, fly, I'm going to kill you, I swear. Twitter.com/Sports World Radio. That's Twitter.com/Sports World Radio. SWRshow@gmail.com. That's SWRshow@gmail.com is our email address. Send us an email if you want. Looking good in our football pick'em pool. We'll get into all of that in just a minute. I'm sure Sean's going to start to show off with that rat bastard or something else I'm really thinking of. And speaking of that rat bastard, let's bring him in. Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on, buddy?
Hello, Jeff, and welcome everybody to Sports World Radio on this Monday, December 8th, 2014, 6:07 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:07 p.m. on the West. If you live in the Central, figure that out for yourself. I'm not going to do it for you. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? And it's probably pretty nice out there in sunny San Diego.
You said the word. You put the words right into my mouth this time. It is beautiful here in sunny San Diego. I'll tell you, I got the fly swatter in my hand. Show yourself, bitch.
It's like in the 40s right now out here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Hello to Josh Lopez, our good buddy, our good friend, who is the producer of Sports World Radio. So, doing good. And yes, Josh, you're back in the top 10. I saw that. I dropped a third for the NFL Pick'em. I'll get to that in a sec.
I haven't even looked. Where did I drop down to, like 16th?
Let me look. Sports World Radio. Jeff dropped to 11th place.
I'm out of the top 10 now. It's all freaking Nicholas's fault. And speaking of Nicholas, let's bring in Nicholas Spiva, otherwise known as Nicholas Turturro. I just got finished watching you again on TV, dude.
Hey, was it pretty good this time?
Yeah, you're rocking and rolling, man.
Great. Good to hear it.
You want to know something? Every time I see an episode with him, and lately, you watch the reruns, and he's been in a lot of episodes. Come near me, fly, and you're done. And then he's been on a lot of episodes on the new shows, too. So he's rocking out there. He's got kind of heavy, though.
Yeah, well, it happens to the best of us. What can you do?
You get old, you get heavy, I guess.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get old. But, yeah, I haven't watched it. I'm still behind. Still behind a couple episodes. I got them saved on the old DirecTV DVR. So I'm looking forward to watching them.
What are you season you on, 4 or 5?
I've caught up. I watch them every season, but I'm on the current season probably 2-3 episodes behind.
Oh, that's not too bad. I'm gonna
Nah,
get you
not
a fly.
bad.
I'm not. This fly is annoying. He's fast and he's fat.
I tell you, I found something. Have you guys heard of the salt gun? It kills flies. It's made for flies. You put table salt in it, and
saw it.
you cock it like a real gun, and
Yeah.
it shoots out pellets of salt and kills them instantly. It's great.
Yeah,
I don't have one, but I've seen them on
but the fly's got to
YouTube.
be standing still for you to do that.
Well, unless you're pretty good, then you can just shoot like shooting clay pigeons.
I'll tell
9
you something
minutes.
right now, dude. Oh. He doesn't sit still long enough to be smacked.
Or even better, Jeff, get you one of those electric fly swatters so you can just fry them.
Yeah, see, I want one of those. Anybody
I
wanna
have one.
buy-
Those are great.
Anybody want to buy me a Christmas present? That's what I want. I'd like one of those things, man, because I'm always waving it to try and knock them out of the air.
Sure.
Huh?
Oh, it's great. You see sparks flying?
Oh, I
That's
want
fantastic.
one of those. Oh, I want one of those.
Yeah, you could have fun just all day, just swatting flies with a fly swatter, catching them on fire.
Yeah, see, I want one of those. I'm a sadistic son of a bitch like that. And, I like stuff like that. Hey,
It's fantastic.
Listen, you can head on over to sportsworldradio.com, and right there where all the tabs are, we have a donate tab. Donate to Sports World Radio and keep us doing what we like to do here on Sports World Radio. Right, guys? Help us out. Donate to Sports World Radio. I'm going to go kill that fly as soon as it stands. That sucker just doesn't stand still, man.
I got a question. Why is it my fault that your picks are going down the toilet?
It is your fault. I don't know. I gotta blame somebody. I can't blame myself.
You keep picking against the Cowboys. That's what happens.
I'm always picking against the Cowboys.
We'll get to that right now. Nick, you had to be a very happy man as we get to our first story of the day. NFL recap. The Seattle Seahawks did something they needed to do, and that was to go into Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and beat the Eagles 24-14, setting up what will be a classic game next Sunday night between Dallas and Philadelphia. Nick, what's your thoughts on this game and how big it is for the Cowboys? Must have been a great day where you were living in Oklahoma and down there in Texas.
Yeah, couple that with the fact that my Oklahoma State Cowboys beat the OU Sooners this weekend, a 21-point underdog, come back to win. Oh, this is a great weekend. And then top it off with Philadelphia losing. But you know what? It's just like the whole NFL season. 1 minute you think a team is great, and then they get beat. Everybody thought the Seahawks were down and out, and they've lost their swagger or whatever. They come back, and they go to Philadelphia, and they shut down a pretty good offense.
You know what?
I don't know what to say.
I lost every afternoon game.
Russell Wilson was 22 of 37, 263 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and no interceptions. Mark Sanchez was 10 of 20, 96 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and 1 interception. Not good there, Nick, when you think about it, Mark Sanchez. In order for the Eagles to win the NFC East, he has to put up the numbers that we saw on Thanksgiving. And, of course, 96 yards, that's terrible.
Yeah, they only passed the ball 20 times. That's what I find remarkable. I mean, this team is a hurry-up offense. That's what they do. They throw the ball, and they only throw the ball 20 times. That's kind of surprising.
Yeah, 20 times. They had 2 turnovers in the game. I know AA was not happy with the loss yesterday, and I know Browning was not happy with the loss yesterday because think about it. Eagles pulled that game out yesterday. They could have been up 1 game in the NFC East. Now it sets up for a classic Sunday night. And, Jeff, I know you'll be ready to watch that game on Sunday night. We'll be talking a lot about this on NFL Real Talk this upcoming Saturday.
Yeah, and I'm hoping Philadelphia wins that game. Freaking Eagles, man. They can't get nothing right.
The Seahawks, Russell Wilson, though. Nick, are we starting to see the Seahawks be the team that we expected from last year, maybe having another shot of repeating for the Super Bowl championship?
If they keep it up, you're not hearing the off-the-field stuff like you were at the beginning of the year. I mean, at the beginning of the year, it was every day was something with the the Seahawks. Whether it was Russell Wilson's not black enough, or Marshawn Lynch is leaving, or they're going to trade him to the Raiders, or something. It seemed like every day the first month and a half of the season was nothing but Seahawks talk. And now you'll hear about them in the off the field, and they're playing really well.
Jeff, what's your thoughts about the Seahawks? They moved to 9-4. They're 1 game behind Arizona for the NFC West division.
It's about time. Although I watched that game yesterday. It was on my TV for some strange reason. I don't know why I got that game. Looks like Seattle couldn't run in Philadelphia yesterday. They had a hard time running against them yesterday. But but Russell Wilson, like every time he scrambled, he made the play. That game was kind of
10 rushes for 48 yards for Wilson.
What was that?
How about
10 rushes for 48 yards. That's just for Wilson.
Just for what? That's terrible.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, for running for a quarterback.
What about Lynch?
He had 23 carries for 86 yards.
That's not good, is it?
3.7 average. Not good. I mean, really, when the average is usually what, 4.5 yards a carry.
So what you're saying is, Russell had more a better average rushing than Lynch did.
Yeah, 4.8.
Right?
And then the backup, Christian Michael, had 6 carries for 32 yards, which was a 5.3 average.
Seattle, of course, for the Seahawks, before we go to the commercial break, they will host the 49ers next week. And then, of course, the first place showdown at Arizona on December 20th. Quickly, Jeff, Seattle outgained Philadelphia 242 yards to 67 and the ball for 21 minutes and 56 seconds in the first half, yet only led by a field goal.
I agree with Josh. They took advantage of the field position, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I don't know why I was watching that game yesterday, but I was. Believe it or not, I was up kind of early, late. It was weird. Yesterday was a weird day for me. Believe it or not. Hey, we're going to run to our first commercial break. You listen to Jeff Escow Show Man on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Be fire safe during the holidays. Only use decorations that are non-flammable or flame retardant. Check holiday lights each year for frayed wires or excessive wear. And do not link more than 3 strands. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Consider using battery-operated flameless candles which look and smell like real candles. If your celebration includes a natural tree, keep it away from any heat source or exit. Water your tree daily to keep it from becoming dry. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov. This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow Showman and Nicholas Spiva bringing you, otherwise known as Nicholas Turturro, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet. I got my fly swatter in hand, and the son of a bitch won't show himself. We were talking about it during the break because, Josh, you asked the question, and Sean asked it to me during the break. And he asked me, is the size of that fly the size of Pablo Sandoval? Damn skippy it is. It's a huge fly. It's about the size of a dime. That's a big-ass fly. Right, Nicholas?
I'm surprised he can fly. That's kind of surprising.
He looks like a fat son of a bitch, too. He does. He looks like a
Oh,
fat
that's
Pablo Sandoval.
Did you name him Pablo?
That's what I'm naming that fly, Pablo. Come here, Pablo. Come here, Pablo, Pablo.
The next game we get to, Nick, with the misery going on in Washington, D.C. with the Washington Redskins, it just continues to get worse with all the drama between Jay Gruden and Robert Griffin III, because he says he's had enough of it. It got worse for the Redskins, getting shut out 24-0 against the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I like all the dysfunction in Washington.
Who is that? Washington?
Yeah, the Redskins got shut out 24-0.
Gary, where are you?
Gary was tagging me on Facebook saying, I guess it's not a problem since the Redskins are so bad. He tagged me and he says, I'll just wait until they can beat the Giants next weekend.
You know something? I saw that on Facebook. I went, what the hell is that all about, dude? Your team is worse than mine. My team's got more wins than yours. Shut the hell up. What the hell is that all about?
Jeff sees it on there, and he's like, well, he's probably trying to figure out a way to get at Jeff's skin.
I don't get that. I don't get that. What's that all about, Gary? Your team is worse than mine. You can't handle it, huh? You can't handle the truth, can you?
Because Gary has that belief that it'll be next year and that Colt McCoy is the future for the Washington Redskins since RG3 is going to be let go.
Gary
I don't know. I've been hearing rumors that they're going to keep Griffin and fire Gruden.
Yeah, how about that?
Ooh.
That's a mistake.
That's a big mistake. Let me ask you.
I would keep Gruden.
Gary hasn't been around since their last win. He's been gone since week 4.
Another thing that Gary's also said.
Sean, hold on a second. If they get rid of Gruden, that's a big-ass mistake because the next coach that comes in got to start a whole new system again, and you're going to go through all the growing pains once again.
And that'll be 3 coaches for Griffin.
Yes.
3 coaches. Figure that one out. Well, who do you think the problem is? If you keep going through coaches, I don't think it's the coach.
No, I think it's Griffin.
I agree with you.
Hey, is he really an NFL quarterback, or is he just faking everybody?
I don't know. I don't think he's that good.
Huh, Skip? Huh, Skippy? Jackass.
And the Rams, they moved to 6-7. St. Louis is going to be a better team with Jeff Fisher being there. He's really done a good job of kind of turning the team around. They've made some big wins this year.
He's done a great job.
Absolutely.
With their 15th string quarterback, Sean Hill?
You know what? Who cares?
I mean, just think if they had a good quarterback, how good they would be.
Just think if what Bradford was there, right?
Bradford, he's overrated too.
Just think if they had a good quarterback, and I say Bradford, he's like, oh, they suck.
Come on. I said a good quarterback.
Okay, hold on a second now. Where did Bradford go to college?
He went to OU.
Is that your team or no?
No, heck no, it's not my team. I'm OSU, Oklahoma State. He went to Oklahoma.
That's why. See, that's why, because he went to the opposite. He went to the opposition.
But really, he's been hurt almost every single year that he's been a pro.
So you know what? So is Robert Griffin.
So they both won Heisman's. They're both kind of iffy on the pro level.
Hey, you know
Josh,
what?
And the main difference is that Bradford got guaranteed $50 million.
Hey, you know what's that's a great trivia question. Right?
What's that?
In the last 5 years, because how long has Bradford been in the league? Less than 5 years, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And so is Griffin, correct? Right?
Yeah, he was, I think, 2010.
Okay, so
maybe?
you could do a trivia question like, hey, in the last 5 years, who are the 2 most accident-prone quarterbacks in the NFL?
Yeah, Griffin and Bradford.
Right? Bradford's been out 3 years. Griffin was out 2 almost, correct?
Yeah.
There you go. How crazy is that?
That's crazy.
And I just made it up right off the top of my head. Try that, Skippy.
Jeff and Nick, this is what Josh says, and I like his comment. It's Daniel Snyder. He's like
a savant.
Not realizing that RG3 is not a real quarterback.
He's a psychopath. He's a savant. He can do whatever the hell he wants. He's got so much. You know what? Look, I put the fly swatter down. The fly's going to be buzzing around now. He's got so much money he doesn't know what to do with. So if it doesn't work, he just keeps bringing new people in and see if it works. That's
Well,
not
it's just like the
right way to do
Raiders
it.
and the Cleveland Browns.
Hey, don't mention
They've done
the
the
Raiders.
same exact thing.
Don't mention the Raiders because Josh is going to just eat us all up for dinner.
I'll save that for later before we get to that game. But Daniel Snyder, you're right, is the man that has all the money. He bought the team. He's always been a diehard Redskins fan growing up. And he's done a horrible job, I think. Think about all the coaching changes he's made. He went from Norv Turner, and then he went and brought in Marty Schottenheimer, and then he brought in Steve Spurrier. Remember that, Nick, from college? He brought in Steve Spurrier for a few years. Look how disastrous that went.
The problem is...
Yeah, don't forget Gibbs. He brought back Gibbs.
The problem, you know what the problem is with Daniel Snyder? He's trying to be like Jerry Jones, be the owner and run the team. How's that working out for you, Daniel?
Hey, it's working out great. So keep it up. Keep it up.
And I remember when Norv Turner was the coach, Norv Turner was under fire all the time by Daniel Snyder, that you don't get it done, bye-bye.
He's a Jerry Jones Jr.
Yeah.
That's what
But he hasn't had the success at least hiring a good coach like Jimmy Johnson. He hasn't had that great coach that he hired to get rid of yet.
Well, he brought Gibbs back.
That wasn't very good.
No.
And I like was it Joe Gibbs? I like Joe Gibbs.
Yeah, Joe Gibbs.
The NASCAR guy.
Every move that Snyder's made kind of sucked so far, hasn't it?
You remember when he went back right when he first bought the team? They signed Deion Sanders. They signed Bruce Smith. They signed all those big name free agents, and they barely won 5 games.
Right.
Yeah, and Rex Grossman was another one. He also signed Mark Brunell. So he just feels like he always thinks that the Redskins are good, and then boom, Redskin fans feel like heck with the season. We might as well go focus on the Washington Wizards or the Nationals when baseball season gets there.
Now, while just like Jerry Jones is finally, after 20 years, finally letting go and letting other people help him with the draft. Daniel Snyder needs to realize that, and maybe they'll start drafting better players.
Now, the next game we get to is a wild game in Cleveland yesterday. Indianapolis Colts beating the Cleveland Browns 25-24. Huge loss for the Browns because now it's limiting their chances at the postseason. Right now, after what I saw, I count the Browns out. And the Colts with Andrew Luck, he's unbelievable with what he's done as quarterback Indianapolis Colts.
He stunk it up yesterday, but when it mattered, he brought the team back and led them down 90 yards to take the lead.
That game was on my TV yesterday. How messed up was that? I was forced to watch that game yesterday. That was and believe it or not, you guys are going to have a heart attack. Believe it or not, I was up to watch the morning game. I think I woke up like around 11 o'clock. I didn't see the beginning of it, but you know what I'm saying? I was forced to watch that morning game. How disgusting is that?
I have to agree with you. I wouldn't have watched it. I
no
watched Red
choice.
Zone, but
It was the only game I had on my TV, and I wasn't going to put any game on my computer because I had work to do.
The Colts, like you said, Nick, were not the best yesterday. And here was Andrew Luck's stats. 24 of 53, 294 yards, 2 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions. Browns are in trouble. And I'm saying they will not make the playoffs, and Cleveland fans can keep on having their dreams about being in the playoffs when it's not going to happen, when it's fiction.
Me and Frank this morning talked about this game, and he says it's time to bring out Johnny Football. What do you think? Bring him. You got nothing to lose. Your Warriors throwing 7 interceptions to 0 touchdowns the last 3 or 4 games.
Johnny Football. What do you say about that, Jeff? Time to bring Johnny Football in, huh?
I mean, it can't be any worse than Hoyer, who had a 31.7 rating yesterday.
Hoyer didn't look that bad to me yesterday.
He threw 14 of 31, 2 interceptions, 140 yards.
I must have got disgusted because that game was on and I turned it off and watched something else.
He hasn't thrown a touchdown in like 4 games to 7 interceptions.
Huge win for the Colts because they try to keep pace with New England and Denver, or of course try to host an AFC wildcard playoff game. And the Colts are looking really good. If you look at that lead, they have a 2-game lead over Houston. I'm even going to count the Houston Texans out, even though they beat Jacksonville yesterday.
Even with Cincinnati losing yesterday, they're still leading that division at 8.
It's that tie. That tie is going to help them probably win the division.
How crazy is that? That tie is going to help them win the division. How nuts is that, dude?
I just can't believe it.
A tie is not bad in the NFL.
No, it's going to help them. It probably will help them win the division.
If you have a tie, it's not bad in the NFL, right?
Here's what.
Yeah, because you're not going to. I mean, you're not going to be penalized for it because
they consider it really a win.
Josh goes, why is Frank obsessed with Johnny Manziel? Is he Skippy Jr.? And he also adds, the Browns will be 0-15 if Manziel was the quarterback. And I can agree with you.
How do you know Frank is obsessed with Johnny Manziel?
I don't like him. I'm with him. I'm not a big fan of his.
I'm not a fan of Johnny Manziel. He's not going to be an NFL quarterback. He's going to be. You know what he's going to be doing? Here, I'll give you an example of what he's going to be doing. You know what Tim Tebow did yesterday?
What was he doing?
This is what Johnny Manziel's going to be doing in a couple of years. Maybe not next year. Maybe the year after that. He went to Walmart and paid off people's layaway for them. Went to the layaway and paid off a bunch of people's layaway for him.
I wish he'd have done that.
How about that? That's what Johnny Manziel's going to be doing in a couple of years because he can't play football. That's what he's going to be doing to help people out.
Look what Josh says, because he brings him up every single show. Go back to the NFL Real Talk where he felt bad because he missed Manziel's birthday party.
Well, yeah, you know what? We'll have Frank on tomorrow. We have him on tomorrow in the second hour of the show. We'll ask him then. Josh, remind me. Just put it in the chat room and say, Frank, are you a Manziel fan or not? And then I'll take it a step further. You know me, Josh.
And I know all about his Raiders stuff that he has up too there. I'm sure you saw that on Skype
I
today.
saw that.
Yeah. Hey,
that ugly Raiders logo looking at me.
Yeah, I know. Let's run to our second commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow Show, man. Nicholas Spiva on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold a room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Millionaires are being made worldwide, all season long at DraftKings.com. America's favorite one-week fantasy football website. One-week fantasy means no season-long commitments, so you can play whenever you want. You got a player who's hurt? No problem. Injuries won't derail your shot at victory because it's like a new season every week, so you're never stuck with the same players. Pick your team in minutes, and you could be on your way to winning huge cash payoffs. And just this season alone, one lucky listener turned $10 into $5,000, and another turned $2 into $10 grand. Plus, we've been crowning new millionaires virtually every week, all season long at DraftKings.com. So you could be next. What are you waiting for? Imagine winning $1 million in one day just for playing fantasy football at DraftKings. Make sure you log on to DraftKings.com right away and use the promo code Spreaker to play for free in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Don't forget to enter Spreaker at DraftKings.com today. You can't win if you don't play. DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, Nicholas Spiva sitting in with us in the first hour of the show here today, every Monday. Okay, hey, Josh, I have to. We were laughing at you during the break, dude. I hate to tell you something. Do you know how I don't mean to hurt your feelings, and when I say this to you, it's all in love, dude. Josh, do you know how much of an idiot you really are? on NFL Real Talk Saturday night during the show, granted, yes, you picked San Francisco, but you screwed the pooch because you didn't change your pick in the NFL pick. I mean, you picked freaking – I'm sorry, on Saturday night you picked Oakland and got it right, but you didn't change your pick, and you picked San Francisco in the Pick'em League, so you didn't get a point either. What are you, a freaking jackass?
We moved that.
Man.
That's the next game we get to, the kind of the battle of the Bay Bridge here. The 49ers taking on the Oakland Raiders. San Francisco, ouch. What a horrible loss for the 49ers. And I have to tell you, Nick, does that mean we're getting very close to seeing the end of the Jim Harbaugh days in San Francisco?
Well, what's the rumor now? He's going to be over at Oakland. That's the rumor that's going around the internet now. Is he's going to be the next coach of the Oakland Raiders?
Who? Johnny Manziel's going to Oakland? Harbaugh?
Yeah, that's the big rumor.
Okay.
And he met with the owner yesterday on the field. I'm sure they're just talking like normal people, but that's the big rumor now is Harbaugh's going to be traded to the Raiders.
Be traded. Okay, I want to say something to all you sons of bitches. I don't know when it was. Maybe it was last week or the week before. Josh is going to probably have to go back and find it. Josh Lopez, the program director and producer of the show with Sports World Radio, probably have to go back and find it. I believe I said Harbaugh is going to end up in Oakland.
Yep.
I don't remember when I said it, but I believe I said it. And the reason being, because his wife likes to live in his wife likes the Bay Area, San Francisco, where they live now. Hey, he went from freaking Stanford in San Francisco to the 49ers in San Francisco. Didn't freaking have to move, did he? No.
It's not a bad gig.
His wife likes that area, and that's where they're going to watch. I called it.
Wouldn't this be a blow, though, to 49er fans? Because then it's like, oh, great.
Yes.
Now he's going across the bay to go coach the Oakland Raiders.
Yes. That's another reason why he's going to do it.
Well, not if he keeps losing like this. They'll probably pack his bags, help him move.
So then he'll come back and play against them and beat them.
And then what's the future for the San Francisco 49ers, Jeff and Nick? Who do they go out and get for a new coach?
That's a good question. I mean, that's always the question I.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's
Would it-
available?
I mean,
Who's
who you gonna-
available?
I guess they're going to wait till all the firings at Black Monday and then take their pick of head coaches or maybe coordinators.
Well, they could look at Jay Gruden could be one. Maybe Rex Ryan would possibly be a possibility in San Francisco too, Nick.
That would be interesting. Rex Ryan with the 49ers.
Goes from one crappy team to the next.
Yeah.
Kaepernick was 18 of 33 yesterday, 1 touchdown pass, 2 interceptions, and now Josh, you can get back at us because remember at the beginning of the year, Josh said the 49ers would not make the playoffs. I agree with you, Josh. They will not see playoff football in San Francisco. 7-6, they look horrible. They stink.
Yeah, they're not doing it. They still have to play the Cardinals.
I think
the
so.
last game of the year.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm looking at the 49ers schedule right now. They go to Seattle next week. The Seahawks, Nick.
That's going to be a loss for Francisco.
They host the Chargers December 20th. That's a Saturday night game.
They could lose the rest of their games. They could finish up 7-9.
That's right. It'll be a Saturday night, and we'll be doing our NFL Real Talk the 20th of December. And then they host Arizona Cardinals December 28th. So you're looking at a team that would be 7-9 and booted out of playoff contention.
So the season's almost over.
3 games. That's just amazing. 3 weeks left. That's just unbelievable.
And Jeff, like you always are for the master of predictions, you even said that the Oakland Raiders are just this team that has nothing to lose. And look what they've done. They beat the Chiefs. Now they beat the San Francisco 49ers.
I wouldn't want to play those teams because they got absolutely nothing to lose. They're playing for peanuts right now. Nothing.
We're playing.
Except they forgot to show up against St. Louis last week.
Yeah, well, hey, you can't have it all.
The next game we get to.
I don't want it all. I just wanted a touchdown.
The next game we get to, and Wes, I know you were sleeping very well last night after the Steelers trounced the Bengals 42-21.
Wow, I can't figure the Steelers out. They lose to Tampa Bay, and they lose to the Saints,
Jets.
who can't beat anybody. And the Jets, yeah. Jeez Louise, I can't figure this team out at all. I picked Cincinnati to win because Cincinnati's at home. They're playing better, but no, they just get demolished. It doesn't Ross throw like a 99 and a half yard touchdown pass?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez Louise. They're a strange team. Can't figure them out.
I've never been able to figure them out.
He threw a 94-yard touchdown pass, Roethlisberger, that made the score 35-21. Roethlisberger threw 3 touchdown passes, had no interceptions. His stats was 25 of 39, 350 yards. Andy Dalton was 21 of 29, 302 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and no interceptions. The Bengals had 2 turnovers in the game. And keep in mind, Cincinnati does play Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh December 28th. In Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be a very, very interesting game.
That hurts the Bengals a little bit. They're still leading, like you said, Jeff, because they're 8-5-1, but that does hurt them. That just gives Pittsburgh and Baltimore a little bit of life.
That's a fun division. It's gonna be fun to see who finishes first in that division. And then, like we said, it could be Cincinnati with that goofy tie.
And it's snowing like a son of a bitch in Green Bay right now.
That's going to be a fun game to watch tonight, too.
It's going to be a football snowy game, just the way football is supposed to be played.
Josh goes, it's because Andy Dalton is Tony Romo of the AFC.
Andy Dalton is the Tony Romo of the AFC.
Huge win, though, Wes. I know he was very happy about it. And Wes is like saying, in the Berg, baby, in the Berg, Steelers can win the AFC North Division.
No, they can't.
I'm looking at their schedule right now. How about this, Nick? At Atlanta for the Steelers this Sunday.
Yeah, go ahead.
Then they host the Chiefs December 21st.
Right.
And host the Bengals December 28th.
That's not too shabby.
Well, that's the thing with the Steelers. Okay, they win this game. What happens when they lose to Atlanta? They can beat the teams that are doing really well, but the Steelers can't beat the teams that are below 500 that they should win against, which has been embarrassing.
Correct. They've played down to every team that's been worse than them. At least that's
they
how
have.
I see it, right?
Yeah, it's been crazy.
I mean, they play down to their opponent instead of playing up to their caliber. What's up with that crap?
The next game we get to, how about this game, Nick? The Carolina Panthers just demolished the New Orleans Saints 41-10.
I was shocked at that game. I picked New Orleans because of the way they played last week. They're at home. They can't win at home to save their life this year. And that's crazy because that used to be the place where they couldn't lose at home. I can't figure the New Orleans. This has just been a crazy year this year in football. As I've said it before, you think teams are good one week, and the next week they just are terrible.
Well, you look at the NFC South division. Atlanta 5-7, New Orleans 5-8, and Carolina is 4-8. Ugly division that NFC South is, but the Panthers did what they need to do to keep their slight playoff hopes alive, but I still would rule them out. I still say it's going to be a battle between Atlanta and New Orleans in the NFC South. What did you think of this game, Jeff? 41-10, the Panthers over the Saints.
I was shocked that the Panthers freaking won that game. What the hell's going on there in New Orleans, man?
I don't know. Kenny, where are you, Kenny C?
Too much jambalaya?
Don't know what's going on. The Saints aren't marching in. I can tell you that.
No, they've had a terrible year. I don't know what's going on with them. And then they say Rob Ryan is going to be fired. He doesn't get along with Sean Payton.
Apparently that's true. I saw something, Nick, where Rob Ryan does not have a good friendship with some of the New Orleans Saints coaches, Sean Payton included. So
what? Rob Ryan's defense. Sean Payton's freaking not Sean Payton, but
that's right.
Yeah, Sean Payton's the head coach, right?
Yep, Sean Payton's coach.
I thought you were talking about him, Drew Brees, and Rob Ryan not getting along. Who cares? One's offense, one's defense.
And does that mean how
Rob
weird
Ryan
would this be?
Rob Ryan could be gone.
Yeah,
I
Rob.
would like to see Rob Ryan coach defense under Rex Ryan.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been
that's
asking
just what I was saying, Nick. I was saying, how strange would it be to see Rob Ryan and Rex Ryan working on one football team? Both get fired, then they both join each other, and then all of a sudden, then they're coaching together.
That would be
how about Rob Ryan getting fired from the Saints and Rex Ryan being hired by him?
Back in the late 90s, Rob Ryan was the coach of Oklahoma State, and Rex Ryan was the defensive coach, and Rex Ryan's coach of Oklahoma for about 3 or 4 years. They coached here in Oklahoma.
Oh, I'm sure you love that.
That was fantastic. That's the last time OSU really had a dominant defense. Was probably back in the 97, 2000 era.
And when you look at the Carolina Panthers, you're finally seeing Cam Newton doing things, Jeff and Nick, that we saw from last year. You haven't seen too much of it. He had a good day yesterday, 21 of 33, 226 yards passing. He threw 3 touchdown passes and no interceptions.
That's pretty good for old Scam Newton. Not bad.
The only thing is, do the Panthers have enough in them to win like the last 4 games and hope Atlanta and New Orleans lose, and then they barely squeak the NFC South division out?
Scam Newton.
Nick, do you see the
old
Panthers?
Scam Newton.
Nick,
Panthers, I don't. Well, we know Atlanta's going to lose tonight to Green Bay. They don't have it. I don't think they have a shot to win this game.
No.
Since it's in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see. I can find the Panthers' schedule, and they also have a tie, so that will help them if they get close.
I look at their
they could possibly do it, I suppose.
Look who they got. Next weekend they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's and then December 21st they host the Cleveland Browns. And then last game at Atlanta.
They could do it. As crazy as it seems, they could possibly do it. Or they have to win 2 games to be to have the same record.
Possibly.
One game. If they just win one game and they tie and they all stay the same amount, they'll be in the head because of the tie. So it's not crazy to think that they could possibly win the division. They could pull Cincinnati, and thankfully that tie would probably save them.
How about that?
If they have all winnable games, these last 3 games, they could all win those games because they're pretty crummy teams.
Correct. We're going to run to our first update. This update's brought to you by The Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com. Now listen, ladies. I'm specifically talking to the ladies here. And gentlemen, tell your ladies about this because it's going to help them be happy with you more often. Head on over to flipperflipper.com. Now listen, I know how you ladies hate to go into the bathroom and have to touch the toilet seat with your hands to bring it down because the guys leave the toilet seat up all the time. Well, have no fret. The Flipper is here. The Flipper attaches to the underside of your toilet seat so you never, ever have to touch the toilet seat ever again. Just grab the little handle and flip it up and flip it down. The Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com today. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Nick. Welcome to the first update here for Sports World Radio, 47 minutes after the hour on Monday, December 8th, 2014. In the NBA, here are the games for tonight. The Hawks at the Pacers, Celtics at Wizards, Cavaliers at Nets, Nuggets at Raptors, Warriors at Timberwolves, Jazz at Kings, and Suns at Clippers. In the NHL, here are the games that we have for tonight, 3 of them. The Devils at the Hurricanes, Penguins at the Rangers, and Panthers at Blues. NFL, Monday Night Football on ESPN at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It'll be the Packers hosting the Atlanta Falcons. That game starts 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 5:30 p.m. Pacific. In Major League Baseball, it is day 1 of the winter meetings as everybody's watching to see what transactions will be made and what trades will go down and be complete. The Red Sox, the Cubs, Giants, all of them, a lot of teams are expected to hear from John Lester. There's Max Scherzer. There's James Shields. A lot of big moves out there for the players for Major League Baseball. With just a few months to go until Major League Baseball spring training. That concludes the first update. This update was brought to you by flipperflipper.com. We'll run to commercial break. When we come back, Jeff, Nick, and Sean will have more talk on NFL games from this past weekend.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
World Radio, Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet. I guarantee it. And don't forget, every Monday, Nicholas Spiva joins us in the first hour. And we kind of hold him over most of the times in the first hour a little bit, too, to get some good stuff out of him, because this guy's a smart-ass son of a bitch, and we like having him on the air. We were just talking about something on hold. I was telling these guys, I had a little snack earlier, about an hour and a half before the show. I was eating a banana cream pie, slice of banana cream pie. And I hit my plate by accident, and it flopped the banana cream pie all up in my shirt, landed in my lap, and I was like, oh, man. I had to go change my shirt. So I go inside, I grab a shirt. I don't see what it is. It's kind of folded, so I open it up, and I get ready to put it on. And it's a New York Giants football T-shirt. And I said, I can't put that on, sorry.
52 minutes after the hour, here's what the next game is. The Sunday night game on NBC. Here we go, Jeff. This is just for you, buddy. The New England Patriots rolled right into San Diego and won a huge game, 23-14, which made me a very happy man.
He just cut me right off for that, didn't he? I wasn't finished with my story. He just cut me right off.
Oh, man.
Because I was happy I beat you in the bet, since Jeff says he never loses a bet.
He just cut me right off in the middle of my freaking story.
I was waiting for this.
To talk about this crap, no less. If you release...
If it was the other way around, Jeff, you would be giving me crap about it and say, isn't that Charger gear nice?
Okay, but hold on a second, okay? I'm going to explain something to you. I'm going to explain to you the 1, 2, 3s of being the co-host of Sports World Radio, because I can guarantee you Nicholas wouldn't have went to this game. Nicholas, what game would you have went to?
I don't know. What do we have left? We got a few games left.
What was I talking about? I was talking.
You're talking about the Giants.
I was talking about
I
was talking
the
about
Giants,
my New York Giants T-shirt, correct? I was talking about my New York Giants T-shirt, correct? So a true co-host, instead of going to the game that he would have wanted to talk about, should have went to the game that was already being kind of talked about. I talked about my New York Giants T-shirt. A real co-host would have said, well, Jeff, since you're talking about your Giants T-shirt, let's go to that game. But no, you went to the game that your team is all about. See how much of a homer you really are?
Jeff, Merry Christmas, and thanks for owning up your bet.
See how much of a homer you really are? That's a fan homer there. That's not a broadcast journalist. That's a homer.
That is not called being a homer. I've been
being a
around,
homer.
and I was going to get to this Patriots-Charger game.
That
and then
Patriots-Charger
Giants-Tennessee game next.
No, see, you're wrong there. The Giants-Tennessee game should have flowed right into that game, and the Patriots-Charger game should be the last game we talk about.
It was since it was the last game of the weekend.
Correct.
But here's
that's a segue.
Hold on a
That's
second,
a perfect
Sean.
segue.
Hold on a second,
bring
Sean.
Up the fact that the Giants
Hold on a
blew
second,
a game
Sean.
against the Jaguars.
Hold on a
and Jeff
second,
wanted me to talk
Sean.
about the Pats losing.
Hold on a second, Sean. I guess he doesn't hear me when I say that, does he? You made me say it 4 times. Hold on a second, Sean. The reason why you went to that game is because you're a homer. If you were a true broadcast journalist, you would have followed my lead and went into the Giant game. But no, you took the fan from you and went to the game that you wanted to talk about. See the difference? You rat bastard?
Way to go, Sean. Cheese and rice.
Cheese and rice. Unfreaking stinking believable.
Oh, mercy.
Unbelievable. What am I going to do with you?
I don't know. You can take him out back and shoot him.
You know what? We should have taken the 2 weeks off. All right. So, since you brought up that stinking game.
That's right.
I'm sure, and I said it to you when we got on the phone first thing right before the show went on the air. I said to you weren't too thrilled in the first half, were you?
I was not very thrilled in the first half, but the Pats are tough. They've been through it before. They know how to get it back and win.
I noticed how you didn't say a word on Facebook, Skype, Twitter, anywhere during the first half of the game. As soon as they took the lead, here it comes on Facebook, on Twitter, blah, 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 all over the place. But no, when they were losing, you weren't saying a word, were you?
Mm-hmm.
See? What is that, Nicholas?
Oh, man. I don't know. That would I would have been like Sean. I probably wouldn't have said much. I don't want to jinx it. You know,
let me
you have
ask you a
to
question, Sean.
Jinx it.
Let me ask you a question. Did I say anything at all during the game at all?
No.
Exactly.
Because on NFL Real Talk, you were a bit concerned about this game heading in, and then you wanted to take me on and bet with me. And now you lost to AA a bunch of times, and now you lost to me when it came to the bet. So that's pretty good. That was the highlight of the night right there.
Yeah, but you know what my side of the bet was? Is we were going to have 2 weeks off. What the hell are we doing working? You won.
Wow.
We're supposed to be
2-week vacation.
We're supposed to be on a 2-week vacation because you won. We're working, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I guess I lost twice, didn't I?
Yeah,
Dang.
but here's what Josh goes, isn't that a little bit hypocritical, Jeff? Because you're giving him crap about talking about the game he wants to talk about, yet you want him to talk about your terrible team, the Giants.
I know.
Both of you are in the wrong.
No. Who said that?
That's what Josh said.
No. Wrong. I was talking about my Giants T-shirt. Okay? So if I was talking about my Giants T-shirt, the obvious next game to go to, because I already put the word Giant and T-shirt out there, would have been the Giant game.
I thought we'd save it for last.
No. San Diego New England game should be for last because it was the last game of the night. Always the Sunday night game, always last.
Well, I just wanted to go to the games that were big with teams in serious playoff contention.
I'm actually surprised this game didn't start off the whole segment. The whole hour. I was kind of expecting this game to talk about the first game of the day.
What, the San Diego
Yeah.
Pats game?
I thought we might talk about that first rattle out of the box.
To tell you the truth, I'm kind of shocked he didn't do it either. I would have been all right with that, too.
I do have to a big complaint about this game. Did you guys see the Brandon Browner hit? They called a penalty helmet to helmet. It was shoulder pad to shoulder pad.
Oh, that was horrible.
That is pathetic.
I'm sure Sean was having a heart attack.
I don't like either team, and I was furious because that could have changed the momentum of the game.
Yeah,
it turns out it didn't, but that was a touchdown. I mean, you're going to have to replay that next year. You're going to have to add that into a replay because they're penalizing people for big hits that are legal hits, and there's nothing you can do about them.
I know. Hey, how about Mr. Peyton Manning not throwing a touchdown pass yesterday? How about that?
Well,
and you know what happened with that? There goes his record right out the door. Poof.
He's behind Brady, isn't he?
Well, he was going for he had 51 consecutive games with a touchdown. He was going for 54, which was Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
Guess what? That just went out the door yesterday.
You know, and everybody says they found a running game. Well, have you seen their numbers? It's not quite that impressive running the ball. They're still struggling running the ball, even though they won. But Jimmy, if Buffalo had a good quarterback, they would win the game.
Yesterday. You bet. That was a very intriguing game yesterday, and I'm kind of shocked that what they said. You just said about the running game. They found the running game. They've taken some responsibility away from Peyton Manning. He has not been looking that good lately, has he?
No, check out this. C.J. Anderson. He's their top carrier yesterday. 21 carries for 58 yards. 2.8 average. I mean, come on.
That's terrible.
And then who's this guy? Jawan Thompson? Who the heck is this guy? He's running for 4 carries for 63 yards.
You don't have to tell me, man.
And they're without Monty Ball, they're without the 2 top running backs, so when they get them back, that should help. But, I mean, they're playing with a bunch of scrubs nobody's ever heard of.
Right. Hey, we're going to run.
And I guess the important thing is they still won.
They still won. You going to stick around for a little bit longer?
Yeah, I can stick around for a few more minutes.
Okay, cool. We're going to run to our top of the hour break. You listen to Jeff Escott, Showman, Nicholas Spiva on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Live from San Diego, it's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean. Hey, everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Hey, Wes. I don't give a flying fig Newton that Pittsburgh won yesterday. Guess what? Look at the standings. They're still in second place. One game behind them. With that win yesterday, they didn't do nothing for them. Just put them one game behind instead of two.
He'll probably come back and say, "It's the Steelers are coming, folks.
Yeah.
Get ready for number 7 in a few months."
That's right. They're going to be coming all over your face. That's where they're going to be coming.
And then he's going to put his Steelers gear away, and he'll start focusing on the Penguins. All right, Jeff. I should have done this when you were talking about Giants. Get to the game. The Giants over the Titans, 36-7.
Yeah, and
Who cares?
exactly.
Gary would care because Gary knows that the Redskins do play the Giants next weekend, the Battle of the Basements.
I know, and he's got the balls to say that the Redskins are going to beat them. What? What?
He's probably saying the highlight of my life to end this whole year of 2014 is to see the Redskins beat the Giants and the Redskins beat the Cowboys the final
Not going to happen.
of the season.
Although I'd like to see the Redskins beat the Cowboys the last game of the year.
Oh, that wouldn't make Nick happy.
That'd make me happy. Hey, Nick, you think they're going to make the playoffs?
I don't know.
Nick, oh, no, he's having problems with his Skype again.
Dallas, they have to win against the Eagles. They have to beat Indianapolis, and they have to win all their games just to get in.
Correct. Hey, Nicholas, you think the Cowboys are getting into the playoffs?
You know what? I think they have a shot. I mean, honestly, it can go either way. I could see them winning these next 3 games, and I can also see them losing the next 3 games.
It'd be 9-7, right?
Yeah. If they lose, it'll be 9-7, and that's not gonna get you in the playoffs. But you know what? They played Thanksgiving. They played with Tony Romo hurt, 4 days rest. They're gonna get some extra rest because they played on Thursday. They're gonna be ready to go. I think they'll play a better game than they did on Thanksgiving against the Eagles. It's gonna be a tough game. I don't know if they'll win it, but I think it's got to be a better game than what it was on Thanksgiving.
Hey, you're a college football fan, right?
Yeah, I prefer college to pro. Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this question: the Poinsettia Bowl here in San Diego.
Yes.
As the San Diego Aztecs playing Navy. Do you like that matchup?
That's an interesting matchup because Navy runs the old triple option. I haven't really kept up with San Diego State much, but what are they? Are they 8-4, something like that?
Yeah.
I can't remember what they were. They're not a bad team.
No.
But nobody gets to watch them because they play late games. But I think it's going to be a good matchup. Haven't they played before in the past?
They haven't. Yes, the last time they played in the Poinsettia Bowl was several years ago.
So and Navy always goes out there.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because San Diego is a Navy town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got the Aztecs playing Navy.
It's going to be a fun matchup because nobody runs the triple option except for 3 or 4 teams, and Navy does a pretty good job. I'm looking forward to the Army Navy. I know you don't have to be a college football fan to watch that game this weekend. That's going to be a fun game too.
It's going to be a very fun game. I was
But,
thinking about maybe going to that game too. I'm not a college football fan, but I was thinking about going.
Oh, that'd be great. I've always wanted to go out there to the San Diego.
I laugh because I'm debating with Wes. He goes, "Hey, Jeff, are you crazy? It's half a game. It's a big win. We end their season in 3 weeks. A tie keeps us out of first place. We'll win now. Win out."
No, you won't. Why do you? Hey, Wes. Why do you continually year after year after year do that to yourself? every year when we get down to this point of the time of the year, you continually do that to yourself year after year After year. Why do you put yourself through all that torture?
Dick, there is a funny story that happened at the beginning of the year. Wes was upset with Jeff, and he said that Jeff doesn't know anything about football, Sean, and I know that the Steelers got screwed because the Chargers should have never been in the playoffs because of the stupid inches rule. And then he wrote a letter in his name, which we all thought was Roger Goodell, but Jeff said, no, that is so Wes.
He's still bitching about that, and it's almost a year ago.
Oh, man. I do remember Pittsburgh kind of got didn't they get kind of ripped off by a call or something?
Yeah, and Wes got all upset, and Jeff and I are like, thank goodness we were not at the West residence. Otherwise, that would have been ugly.
My team got screwed by the refs.
If you look at their schedule, it ends up they could possibly win in all three of the games.
But look what he says. Hell, yes, we did get screwed by the officials that last Sunday.
Hey, Wes, Wes, you want to know something? There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So just live with it like everything else.
Except write a fake Roger Goodell letter, which had me rolling on the floor.
Trust me, you're not winning crap. 11-5. Get the hell out of here.
Nick goes, I think spray tan is the best pack in the NFL.
Who do they got? Who do they got next week?
The Steelers.
At Atlanta.
Yes, at Atlanta.
You know what? I'm picking Atlanta to win that game.
Oh, you know why? And I can understand Jeff's reasoning, because here's the thing, Wes. They cannot beat the teams that are not very good. You lost to the Buccaneers. You lost to the Jets. You lost to the Saints.
They're going to play down to Atlanta. Exactly right. Exactly right. They're going to play down to Atlanta, and they're going to lose that game.
Wes has already said, book it. 11-5, Super Bowl, here we come, Steelers. That's what Wes is thinking.
And then they got Kansas City coming into town. And Kansas City's going to upset them the following week. So then week 16, they got Kansas City. So I'm going to Kansas City in that game, too. Okay,
and then the Bengals. They finish with the Bengals.
And then the last week of the season, they got Cincinnati. You know what? I'm taking Cincinnati, too. You're going to lose the rest of the games, dude. You're done.
And he says Jeff doesn't know anything about football.
Say goodnight, Gracie. Say goodnight, Gracie. You be snoozing. You know what? You, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the New York Giants can have their own golf tournament at the end of the year. Okay? Because both of them will be sitting at home watching.
Well, Wes says this. Hey, Jeff, you see our offense? It looks pretty good.
They played down to their bad opponents. Of course they had to play pretty good. They're playing a team that's in first place. How sad are you going to be when they go into Atlanta and come out with a loss?
Oh, I would not want to be at the West residence.
How sad are you going to be when Kansas City comes into Pittsburgh and kicks your ass?
You know what Wes always says when this happens, when they lose? Wes says, blame it on the officials. I'll rip the officials because we get screwed with bad calls.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. Which team is Wes going to blame this year for Pittsburgh not making the playoffs? Okay, last year he blamed San Diego.
Yeah.
This year, which team's he going to blame this year? Sean?
Oh, I know exactly who Wes will blame. He'll blame the Cincinnati Bengals.
He's going to blame the Cincinnati Bengals for having a tie.
Yeah.
I was thinking the Jets for beating them.
The Jets for beating them, okay.
When the Jets were terrible.
I think he's going to blame the referees again.
And then he's going to write the letter, and Roger Goodell and Jeff and I will say, it's Wes. It's not even a true letter because he thought he wrote Roger Goodell. He made the whole thing up.
He did. He did make the whole thing up.
There's what Wes says. None. You can't stop us.
Yeah, you know what? You said that last year, Wes, at this time, and what happened? Oh, that's right. You didn't make the playoffs.
And that was a bad way to start the new year out, wasn't it, Wes, when they lost and the Chargers booted your team out of playoff contention?
I wonder who he's going to blame this year. He can't blame his wife. So that's not going to happen. He'll blame, you know what's going to happen? He's going to blame the Chargers because the Chargers are going to get in and they're not.
And look what Wes says. We got robbed last year. I tried to explain that to people.
Look at that. He's still. Look at SD cheated. Look, he's still. Still pissed off about that last year.
They paid the refs off. I saw them.
We should have been in. Look at him. He's still upset, man.
Still upset about the whole thing.
It's been almost a year, and he still can't freaking handle the truth.
He says, "You seen the play? Go watch YouTube." That's what he would say. Go watch YouTube and look at it yourself.
I bet you, if you go see it, I wonder how many views are on there. Whatever the views are, 90% of them have been by Wes because he's seen it over and over and over and over again.
Josh goes, "Blame Devin Hester when he returns a kickoff for a touchdown." He says, "You can't rob us this year. The Steeler Nation is all in."
Yeah, well, I hate to tell you something, but they're playing Atlanta next week. They'll be playing down to their competition.
And then Wes is going to say the same thing. When I messaged him, Jeff, on Facebook Messenger, and Nick, he says, "I blame it on the officials. We get screwed because the other teams that are not good always get the breaks."
Oh, he wants the Pats. I don't know if they can handle the Pats.
You could not handle the Patriots, Wes, and you do know that the Patriots own the Steelers when it comes to the playoffs.
You couldn't handle the freaking Jets. How the hell are you going to handle the Patriots, for Christ's sakes?
And then he says, "We want Broncos."
I'll tell you something. Wes, if you have to play the Broncos, I'm picking the Broncos. It's just that simple. Because there's no way in dippity-doo-dah land that you're going to win. That's what, you know what, Wes? That's where you're living in, dippity-doo-dah land.
And I got to say this, Wes. Do you remember the last time the Steelers played the Broncos in a playoff game? You lost to Tim Tebow and the Broncos. Oh, I was laughing so hard.
Land.
Remember that? Oh.
Okay, you know what? Speaking of dippity-doo-dah land, we got to go show some support to some of our sponsors here on Sports World Radio. We'll be right back. You're listening to Jeff Pascal Showman on
Sports World Radio.
And Nicholas Spiva, too.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Be fire safe during the holidays. Only use decorations that are non-flammable or flame retardant. Check holiday lights each year for frayed wires or excessive wear. And do not link more than 3 strands. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Consider using battery-operated flameless candles which look and smell like real candles. If your celebration includes a natural tree, keep it away from any heat source or exit. Water your tree daily to keep it from becoming dry. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov. This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Pascal, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest sports talk right here on Sports World Radio every Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West, and if you live in the Central,
figure it out for yourself.
We haven't done that one in a while, right?
Hey, it's 5 o'clock. Don't forget that.
All right, our next game we get to is Wes continues to be upset about crummy officiating. And overtime yesterday, Jeff, the Vikings over the Jets, 30-24 in overtime.
Wow, that's a battle of 2 crummy teams right there.
Overtime?
Overtime.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Jets had a chance to win, keep their win streak. They had been 8-1 all time against the Vikings. They'd won 7 straight, and then that quickly came to an end. So Minnesota, they go to 6-7. They have a chance maybe to get into the playoffs, but I would say, I don't think so.
All those fans had to sit through an overtime game too. Oh my God.
Yep.
Well, Teddy Bridgewater had a pretty decent day yesterday. Not bad at all for a rookie.
Really?
No,
19 of 27, 309 yards.
Geno
and a 117 quarterback rating.
And Geno Smith probably played one of the best games he's played all year. 18 of 29, 254 yards, 1 TD pass, and the 1 interception. Of course, that was the first play of the game, which was a pick 6 for a 27-yard return. So Vikings win a big game against the Jets. Last time Minnesota beat the Jets, 1975 was the last time Minnesota beat the Jets.
No, it wasn't. It was yesterday.
Before that.
Oh, okay.
Before that.
You like
All
that,
right,
Nick?
then
You like that,
here's
Nick?
the next game. How about this one? Houston Texans over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Nick, 27-13.
Wow, I really thought Houston might lose this game early. It was not looking good for them early on, and they woke up in the second half and started playing well. Arian Foster had a good second half. Ryan Fitzpatrick, not a bad day. No interceptions, no touchdowns, but 13 of 19 for 135. They are pretty
That's
bad,
not bad.
and they still won.
That's not bad.
Jeff, it's going to still be very tough for Houston just to get in there as a wild card. Here they are 7-6. They're still in the hunt, but they need a lot of things to happen just to get into the playoffs.
Nah, it ain't going to happen. Come on, man. It ain't going to happen.
With their quarterback and Johnson got hurt yesterday, their wide receiver, with a concussion. They have to go, oh, my goodness. They could play at Indianapolis, home versus Baltimore, and then home versus Jacksonville.
Believe it or not, if the playoffs started today, Pittsburgh still would not be in the playoffs.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's the number 5 seed.
Are they the number 5 seed? So it would be Pittsburgh and San Diego then.
Yeah.
I thought it was
right now, if it started today, it'd be the Chargers at the Colts and the Steelers at the Bengals.
Ooh. I thought it would be Baltimore, not Pittsburgh.
Here was another.
They held the tiebreaker over Baltimore
right.
Based on division record. The
So
Steelers are 3-2. The Ravens are 2-3.
So we need Pittsburgh to lose Sunday and Baltimore to win. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, they need to be tied. And then I'm sure there'll be another tiebreaker.
Right.
And right now, Pittsburgh's ahead of San Diego based on conference record. Pittsburgh's 7-3. The Chargers are 6-4.
And Baltimore plays Houston this week.
To avoid being tied with Seattle, here was another big game, Jeff and Nick. And see, the Chiefs are hurting really, really bad. They lose to Denver last weekend.
No.
And then yesterday, they blow the game against the Arizona Cardinals and lose 17-14. I'd say bye-bye Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs.
What'd you think of that fumble? Was it Travis? Is it Travis Kelce?
Mm-hmm.
That fumble was, man, I don't know. Do you think there was enough evidence to overturn it or to say it was a fumble? I mean, that was a tough play. They're driving down the field, and they're inside, the 30, going down for maybe a score, or at least a field goal attempt. And they call that fumble, which was, I think, kind of iffy, but I don't know. I don't think I would have called it a fumble, but I don't know.
The Cardinals needed this game, Nick, because when you think about it, they lost. They're tied with Seattle. They still lead Seattle by 1 game, and that game will be at home against the Seahawks. I'm looking at the Cardinals' schedule. They go to St. Louis on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday. December 21st, they host the Seattle Seahawks, and then at San Francisco. So the Cardinals know they still have a shot to win the NFC West, but they better just keep winning the rest of their games to win the division and hold off Seattle. What's your take, Jeff, on the Cardinals beating the Chiefs?
I was kind of shocked. I thought the Chiefs were going to win that game.
I say for the Chiefs, yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs. 7-6, they're pretty much out of it. Heartbreak again.
Yeah, they're stuck the logjam of about 6 teams at 7-6 behind Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and San Diego. So they'll need a miracle to get in. But, man, I thought they had a 1 yesterday. But, man, just a tough game.
Wes came out and just said this, gentlemen. No fumble. It's BS. I'm calling Roger Goodell, and he says KC got robbed.
Oh, God.
That's what he said.
He
That was not a fumble.
I didn't think it was a fumble, but, I mean, what did you guys think? Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it either.
It was a close. He catches the ball. He's run down the field, and he kind of goes over, head over heels kind of guy. The guy's got the ball. The defender's got the ball as well, and he rips it out kind of the same time he hits the ground. But they said the ball was moving, and I don't think it was it was hard for me to see it was a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
And Wes goes, "Look, he rolled over with the ball. That's a fumble."
Yeah, he had to.
And Wes
He
is
did roll over
complaining
with the
about
ball. He was down on the ground when the ball came out, so I don't know. But I don't care about either team, so it doesn't matter to me.
Another game that went final yesterday, Jeff and Nick, the Detroit Lions, they have been very impressive. They moved to 9-4 overall with a huge win against the Buccaneers.
That's a big win for them. They needed that.
Especially when the month of December has been brutal for them, Nick. They needed this just to try to stay with Green Bay.
Yeah, they needed that. They definitely needed to have that.
Stafford was 26 of 34, Nick, 311 yards, 3 touchdown passes, and no interceptions.
Yeah, he looked good yesterday. They had a great game. They keep it up. Right now, after the playoffs ended, they'd be the 6th seed playing at the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know how much. I don't think they'd win that game, but you know what? At least they made the playoffs, I suppose.
Like I've always said, gentlemen, here's the thing about the Lions. They're learning a lesson. They're turning the page on what happened last year, and they're making this a better team because they know that after last year, that was horrible the way it ended for them, which led to the direct firing of Jim Schwartz.
Yeah, I like their new coach, Caldwell. He's a good coach. So I think he's kind of like a Tony Dungy kind of guy, where he's not a yelling kind of guy, kind of more even keeled, and he's got the team playing well.
He's got the experience, too, because of his days with the Indianapolis Colts. And, Jeff, what do you think of Caldwell and what he's done with the Lions this year?
I don't know. It's all hit and miss, man. As far as I'm concerned. 1 week, it's all week by week, man.
Yeah, this whole season's been like that.
Yeah, it's all week by week here in the freaking National Football League.
And finally, Wes, I know you didn't want to hear this. The final game we get to, the Ravens go into Miami and win a big game, 28-13 against the Miami Dolphins.
See, here's another game, week by week. Miami, they look good 1 week, and then this week they lay an egg.
They didn't look
so
well.
I don't know what to think of them.
They didn't look well on Monday night, though, Nick, against the Jets. I watched the game. They did not look well against them. Then they were able to try to get a chance to maybe learn from it. But no, this was a big loss for them because the Dolphins know that they are battling with a lot of teams that are 7-6, like you pointed out, trying to get in as a wild card team. And Ryan Tannehill had a good game, too. 23 of 33, 227 yards and a TD pass. Joe Flacco, and I know, Jeff, you like that name, Flacco, 25 of 33, 269 yards, 2 touchdown passes, 1 interception. What was a big win for the Baltimore Ravens to stay right there with Cincinnati and Pittsburgh.
And Miami, they have a tough road. They play at New England next week, and they get Minnesota and New York. So their playoff chances are not very good either because they're not going to win in New England, and they should win the last 2 games, but it's going to be tough, I think, for them to make the playoffs.
I think so, too, with the Dolphins. Tannehill is trying to grow and be a better quarterback and trying to bring the winning tradition from the Dan Marino days, but they haven't had really a good quarterback since Dan Marino.
Correct. And they're not going to either.
Let's see. That's the end of all the games as far as this week goes. And then tonight's game, Nick, the Packers hosting the Falcons.
I think this is going to be an easy game for the Packers. Watching this pregame here, it's snowing like crazy right now.
Right.
I don't know if it's going to keep it up during the game, but, man, this is a great it's going to be a fun game to watch. I love these snow games.
Me too. That's
They're
what
fun to watch, and
that's what
I think
all
Packers
about.
probably going to win by at least 2 touchdowns.
I think so, too. That's what football is all about, playing in the elements. Right?
Yeah, this is fun. Fun game. I'm looking forward to it.
Going to be fun.
Should be a lot. It will be, and there's a lot at stake too for both teams. Green Bay, of course, trying to hold off the NFC North against the Detroit Lions, and of course, Falcons in a miserable division. Next, we get to real quickly before the second final update. Skippy has come out today, Jeff, and here's what he said on the Bash Hours segment. He said that the Dallas Cowboys will officially win the NFC East this Sunday.
That's not as outlandish as some of the stuff he said, because I think they have a good shot.
Yeah, I would
They're coming off a longer break.
Right, if they were like 6 and whatever they and had more losses or 5, and said that they're going to come out, I would laugh at him. But he could be right for once in his life.
I mean, they're tied at 9-4.
Right, he could be. If they were 4-9 and he said that, I'd laugh at him.
Skippy Bayless said that Andy Dalton is overrated.
Andy Dalton's
I would buy that.
Andy Dalton's not having a great year this year.
No, he's struggling.
Yeah, but guess what? He's still got his team in the playoff run, don't he?
Yeah, doesn't he, Skippy?
Yeah. So just sit in a very tough division. So sit there and be quiet, Skippy.
Skippy Bayless said that Jerry Jones should win the MVP award this year.
MVP for what? He doesn't
He's
play?
He's not a quarterback. He can't. Oh my gosh.
Maybe for owners, he made I have to give him credit for that pick with the Zach Martin. There are a lot of people out there saying he could be the rookie of the year as a lineman.
Really?
I mean, he's made a big impact on that line, and everybody's seen the impact their line has had this year. It's really helped them out.
Skippy Bayless said this real quickly before we go to the second commercial break, that Jerry Jones has the best stadium in the world.
I don't believe that.
It's a nice stadium. It's really nice. I've been there.
I don't believe that for a second. If it was so good, then why do people have to sit behind a pole to watch a football game?
That's just because he wanted to break the record.
I remember that with the seats.
If he had just set it up like a normal configuration and not had those stupid seats, then it would have been fine. Nobody would have said anything. But he got greedy. He wanted to break the record, and he paid for it because they were just dumb. I mean, some of these people couldn't even see past the end zone.
I know. It was
ridiculous. Just have it set up like a normal stadium, like a normal game. Don't worry about breaking 100,000 people. Just have it set up like normal, and the people would have a great experience. Because I've been there for the Cotton Bowl, at normal seats. It's a great stadium, great experience. The atmosphere is great.
Right.
But don't be stupid and put people behind poles.
No,
I mean, you can do that at any stadium. You have obstructed views.
Right.
Just don't be an idiot and just have it set up like you normally would set it up, and it would have been a great Super Bowl for him. Instead, he got greedy and he paid the price for it.
Exactly. Hey, we're gonna run to our final update of the day. This update was, and you know what? We're gonna say goodbye to Nicholas at the same time. Thank you, Nicholas, for chilling out with us for an extra half hour, brother.
Hey, thanks, guys. It's been a blast. I've always enjoyed it.
Yeah, we love having you here on Mondays. We'll see you next Monday, buddy.
All right, sounds good. I'll be here, guys.
You got it. Take care, Nicholas.
All right, you guys. Have a great week.
All right, there goes our good friend Nicholas. We're going to run to our final update of the day. This update is brought to you by The Flipper. If you're tired of touching your toilet seat to flip your toilet seat down or to put it up to go to the bathroom, well, have no fear. The Flipper is here. Never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again to lift it or lower it. The Flipper attaches to the underside of your toilet seat with a little handle that sticks out so you never, ever have to touch your toilet seat to lift it or lower it. So head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. 32 minutes after the hour on this Monday, the 8th of December, 2014. In the NHL, here are the games, 3 of them. The Devils at the Hurricanes, Penguins at the Rangers, and Panthers at the Blues. NFL, Monday Night Football on ESPN. It'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Green Bay Packers in a snowy Lambeau Field, in what they call the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. In the NBA, here's a lot of the action that we got going on right now. 7 games tonight. The Hawks at the Pacers. It's 28-18, the Hawks after 1 quarter of play. The Wizards lead the Celtics 30-29 after 1 quarter of play. Cavaliers at the Nets. Nuggets at the Raptors. Warriors at the Timberwolves. Jazz at the Kings. And Suns at the Clippers. It is day 1 today of Major League Baseball, the winter meetings, as we're expected to hear this week. A lot of moves being made for pitchers and relievers and hitters. We'll keep you updated on that. Not a lot of detail yet to get to. John Lester, however, has said that he will make his decision tomorrow at the very latest and decide which team he would like to pitch for starting in the 2015 Major League Baseball season. That's the update for Sports World Radio. Last one. This update was brought to you by flipper.com. Time to head to commercial break. When we come back, more sports talk with Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Pascal, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. in the East, 3 p.m. in the West. And if you live in the Central.
If you happen to live in the Central, figure it out for yourself because none of us are going to do it. And if you live in the mountain, who really cares?
Yeah, I don't know if they can. All right, Sean, what do you got for me, buddy?
All right, Skippy Bayless. He came out with some other big stuff today. He said that Johnny Manziel is better than Peyton Manning.
You're an idiot. He's an idiot. He really is. And I don't think he said that.
He did.
He's an idiot.
That's what I'm picking up from Josh. He's probably saying, look, Peyton Manning's only won 1 Super Bowl. With Johnny Manziel being the NFL quarterback, he's got potential to win a couple Super Bowls for the Browns.
So? Potential. He's also got a potential to never be in the NFL again. Potential. I love that word potential because that's how they freaking assess these guys, and half of these guys don't work out. How's that working out for you, Washington, with RG3? He had some potential, didn't he?
Yep.
Unbelievable. Potential my ass.
All right, and then let's see. Skippy Bayless said this. He says, you know what? Jason Garrett is the coach of the year.
Oh, come on. You're a moron. You really are.
He's probably saying, well, look at the record. Look at the way the Cowboys are playing. They're 9-4, and he's got them playing some good football.
You know something? Arizona's head coach should be the coach of the year. Because he's doing it without his starting quarterback. Oh, yeah, he's doing it without his second-string quarterback, too. So you're wrong, jackass.
Skippy Bayless said that DeMarco Murray is better than Marshawn Lynch.
You're just a homer, that's all. That's all you are. You're just a homer.
Skippy Bayless said that Stephen A. Smith Giants are a horrible team.
Well, I happen to agree with you there. They are a horrible team.
Skippy Bayless said that LeBron James is a top 50 player.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. I don't know about that at all.
That's right.
You know? I would put all my eggs in a basket right there.
Skippy Bayless said that Scottie Pippen is the most overrated Bull of all time.
You know what? I think Tony Kukoc is more overrated than Scottie Pippen. How about that?
Tony Kukoc, yeah.
Yeah, I think Tony Kukoc is more overrated than Scottie Pippen.
Skippy Bayless said that my New England Patriots almost gave me a heart attack.
They should have gave me a heart attack. You probably would have had one if they lost. It would have been great. They see you having a heart attack.
Skippy Bayless, and this is directed toward everybody, Skippy Bayless said that I'm the expert analysis on all sports, and I'm never wrong.
Yeah, right. Sure. I believe that. I believe that. Hey, if you expect people to believe that, then you can sell the Brooklyn Bridge, can't you?
That's right.
Ain't no way that's going to happen, my friend.
He's probably saying, is there anybody that knows how to debate me when it comes to sports? Because I pretty much know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know how to debate you because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You say the most stupidest things that people have ever heard you say. Have ever heard you utter the most stupidest things coming out of your mouth.
And Jeff says, I can't stand it.
I can't. I can't stand it. I just can't stand it. I can't.
Skippy Bayless said that Charles Barkley would be a better president than Phil Jackson.
Charles Barkley?
Charles Barkley would be a better president than Phil Jackson.
President of what?
He probably would say of the Knicks.
You're an idiot, douchebag. You know something? In a couple of years from now, when the Knicks are playing good, what are you going to say then? Oh, my Knicks this, my Knicks that.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to say, my Knicks this or my...
Right, and then I'm going to turn around to him and say, yeah, a couple of years ago, you were bashing the living crap out of him. Now, all of a sudden, you're New York Knicks? Get the hell out of here. I'm telling you, Sean, I'm going to do it.
And debate him.
I'm going to, because he's a schmuck. He does not know what he is talking about. Never has been, never will be.
Skippy Bayless said that my Cavaliers will get on a big winning streak.
They're on a pretty big winning streak right now. What is it, 7 in a row?
Yep.
That's not bad, right?
Yeah, he says they're getting on fire. Watch out, they're coming.
They're starting to play okay together. But that don't mean they're going to be doing anything worth the hill of beans. Now, come on. I don't get it at all.
Skippy Bayless said this, Jeff said he was proud of my Seattle Seahawks yesterday.
Yeah, because they won. They went into Philadelphia and won. You should be proud of them if they're your team, you bastard. Every team is your team.
Skippy Bayless said that Jason Garrett is better than Bill Belichick.
See, that's stupidity right there. That's just pure stupidity. Because last time I looked, Jason Garrett doesn't have any playoff win or one playoff win and no Super Bowls, whereas Belichick's got multiple Super Bowls and multiple playoff wins, you jackass.
And you probably would say, well, wait till he overtakes him and all the other top coaches, because I did say that Jason Garrett is even better than Don Shula.
How the hell is he going to overtake him? That means he's going to have to win hundreds of playoff games and win at least 3 more and win at least 4 Super Bowls to overtake Bill Belichick. You're an idiot.
That's true.
You're an idiot.
Skippy Bayless, and I know that your father is a big Celtic fan. Well, here's what he said. Skippy Bayless said that Red Auerbach wouldn't win an NBA championship in this era.
No, you know what Red Auerbach do if he was alive today? He'd stick his scar where the sun don't shine, right up your ass. Those are the statements that you make. I am serious. If Red Auerbach was alive today and you made some of those statements about the Boston Celtics, next time he saw you, he'd take that cigar and shove it right where the sun don't shine.
Skippy Bayless loves the new playoff format in the NCAA college football.
I don't really care for it because I'm not a college football fan, so I don't really care. Doesn't matter to me one stinking bit.
Skippy Bayless said that Floyd Mayweather is better than Mike Tyson.
Hey, jackass, that's two different weight classes. And if Mike Tyson ever fought Mayweather, if Mike Tyson actually connected, he'd knock him into the fifth freaking row.
He probably says, I know more about boxing than anybody.
Yeah? Don't get me started because I'll bring my friend on here and he'll shut you down in 2 seconds.
Skippy Bayless said that there's nothing wrong with saying my this or my that.
Now, if there is, you don't own the team. And you're not a true fan of the team that you say that you put the word my in front of because you put the word my in front of every team. And I know you're not a fan of every team.
Got some more after the last commercial break.
Listening to Jeff Escow Show Man on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday, right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Shawnee, what do you got?
All right, got some more with Skippy Bayless. Skippy said that he's surprised that CM Punk went to UFC.
I'm surprised he knows who CM Punk is.
Said he's surprised that CM Punk went to UFC.
Yeah, CM Punk used to be a wrestler for the WWE. Now
Skippy Bayless said that LeBron James reminds him of Charles Barkley.
Oh, my God. Then you're blind as a freaking bat because they play 2 different positions, you jackass. Then you really don't know your basketball, do you? One's a guard, the other one's a power forward. Jackass.
And you know something else? He flip-flops the eras. He always talks about another era when we're focusing on this current era.
I know. Hey, that's the way he rolls, man.
Skippy Bayless said that Kobe Bryant needs to go to the Cavaliers.
No, he doesn't. He needs to stay right where he is. He needs to go to the Cavaliers. What, and really screw that team up? You're a jackass.
He would probably say, look at the fact that he could be teammates with LeBron James and bring leadership to that team.
Doesn't matter. Who the hell are you going to trade? Who's
That's
Cavaliers going to give up? I'll tell you something right now. If I'm the Lakers, I want Kyrie Irving. And at least one more other player. So there you go. That's going to screw that whole team up right there. Done.
Skippy Bayless came out even today, and he said that when Jason Garrett retires, he will have more Super Bowl wins than Bill Belichick.
You're an idiot. You are a true idiot.
And what's that supposed to mean, too? Is he supposed to have more wins than Wheat Eubank and Don Shula, Bill Walsh and stuff? Is that what you're going to come out and say, too, Skippy?
Hey, Skip, I bet you that's not going to happen. Whatever you want to bet, I'll bet you. Doesn't matter to me. I'll bet you. It's not going to happen. It will never happen. Even if Bill Belichick retires after the end of this season, it's never going to happen. Never. Not as long as he's the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Never going to happen. He has one playoff win in his coaching career. And you make a statement like that, you are a moron. That's simple.
He would probably say, well, Mr. Escow, it's the beginning of things to come for the Cowboys and Jason Garrett and Tony Romo, and they got a chance to win some Super Bowls.
You want to know something? I've been hearing that for the last 5 years, and I still don't see nothing going on. That's all you people ever say. Wait till next year. Wait till next year. Wait till next year. I'm getting freaking tired of waiting. Unstinking believable. And then next year comes, and guess what? Same freaking thing. I got an idea. Don't talk about it. Maybe it'll happen if you don't talk about it. Stop talking about it, because every time you talk about it, you jinx it, and it doesn't happen. Stop talking about it. Dumbass. Next.
That's the end of the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Thank God. Hey, you know what? We're going to get out of here about 7 minutes right now. A little early today. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us here on Sports World Radio. Sean and I had a lot of fun. We really appreciate it. We love doing the show for you guys. Head over to sportsworldradio.com and click the donate button and help keep Sports World Radio doing what we like to do best, and that's entertain you guys. For Sean Man, Josh Lopez, Nicholas Spiva, I'm Jeff Escow. This has been Sports World Radio. Remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Adios.
Goodbye.
Hey, boy, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, kid. So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next